Yo, what's going on, everybody? This your man Chris Thorns. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you watch my content. And as always, excuse me, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, got an update for you, so let's get right into it. All right, guys, y'all know I've been covering the story about the 6-year-old who shot the teacher by the name of Abby, which is short for Abigail. Well, I'm a little late with getting these updates out to you, but we have a couple of updates here. One, the family of that boy has spoken out, and two, the school actually had got a tip that this boy may have had a gun, but it seems nobody did their proper due diligence to check his book bag. And no, excuse me, they did check the book bag, but claimed they didn't find the firearm. You know, this story is going all kind of ways and whatnot. Okay, so with that being said, let's start off with this one right here first. Then we're going to get into another one after this one. Ladies and gentlemen, have a listen.
New questions surrounding Rich Neck Elementary, with staffers alleging the Virginia school may have downplayed multiple warnings about the 6-year-old who shot his teacher, 25-year-old Abigail Zwerner, inside a classroom earlier this month. According to screenshots of a conversation between school employees and the superintendent, obtained by the Washington Post but not independently verified by NBC News, Zwerner raised alarms about the 6-year-old and sought assistance during the school year. Staffers writing in the chat messages like, "She had asked for help several times, 2 hours prior, and all year." The Post says the messages do not detail what specific assistance Werner sought or to whom she directed her requests. In a separate message obtained by the Post but not seen by NBC News, a Rich Neck teacher also says that school officials waved away grave concerns about the 6-year-old's conduct, including one incident when he allegedly wrote a note telling a teacher he hated her and wanted to light her on fire and watch her die. That teacher said they told school officials about the note but was allegedly told to drop the matter. According to the employee's account in the Post, the student wasn't getting the educational services he needed and sometimes wandered the school unsupervised. The boy's family speaking out for the first time Thursday, saying in a statement that their son suffers from an acute disability and was under a care plan that included his mother or father attending school with him and accompanying him to class every day. The week of the shooting, they say, was the first time they were not with him in class, adding, "We will regret our absence on this day for the rest of our lives." The new allegations against Rich Neck only echoing the concerns of so many frustrated teachers and parents at a packed school board meeting last week.
I asked for help and was given none, at both the school level and at the district level. I cried daily.
Listen to your teachers when they have concerns. Please, listen to them.
NBC News reached out to Zwerner, the boy's family, and the school for comment on the allegations, but we have not heard back. The Washington Post says a school district spokesperson declined to share any information about the boy's educational record, citing a federal law protecting students' privacy. The superintendent has said that they are working on improving overall safety, including adding more metal detectors in schools.
All right, Stephanie, thank you.
You're welcome, Stephanie. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head...
Okay. And again, guys, sorry for the late update, but last week just been kind of hectic. All right, and I was kind of pretty much occupied for the whole weekend, so didn't really have a chance to do anything, but I'm here right now. This early Tuesday morning, giving y'all this update. Okay, so for what it sounds like to me, okay, and I'm pretty much sure it sounds like this to you who's listening to this or whatnot. So the teachers felt some type of way about this child, but it seems like they cries for help with no deaf ears. Because y'all heard what the video said. It was eventually told to drop it. Look, I'm going to keep preaching this and preaching this and preaching this and preaching this. Age ain't nothing but a number. If these children got the mindset to do it now, then they're going to do it. Maybe back in the 90s or the 80s, we probably had to worry about children doing this or whatnot. You know, maybe back then people would look at the age and say, hey, you know, what can they do to you, this, that, and third? Maybe back then. But y'all got to keep in mind, man, we in a whole different world, it seems like now. We in a whole different world and era. We went from a 10-year-old killed his mom to now a 6-year-old got a hold of his folks' gun, brought it to school, and shot a teacher. Now, here's the crazy thing. I read somewhere, and I think I got it, but you know what? I'll probably bring it up tomorrow sometime. Well, they keep saying altercation, but I think they kind of recant that in the last conference. But for what I read in the news article, it stated that Abby had just got through reading them a story and they were to get into some arts. And that's when the gun was pulled out and pointed at her. It says that she trying to confiscate the gun, but that's when he pulled the trigger and shot her. Now that's the story that they putting out, but I know sometimes we gotta be careful with these news articles, cause they'll say one thing and then it'll be something totally different, or you probably get a family member or a friend or somebody who's actually close to this family or whatever, or who is actually was around, and maybe tell you something different, you know. But the story's been put out there. She just did story time. They figured to do some art and crafts or whatnot, and that's when the boy put out a gun and shot. Now, y'all just heard something disturbing, and that was going to be the next video I was going to play. But I guess I don't need to play it now because they pretty much set it up here. But I'm going to go ahead and play it anyway. He wants to light the teacher on fire and watch her die. Now, that's some scary shit for a 6-year-old to think like that. But then again, not really. Because I know when I was a child, whenever I got my butt whooped sometimes, I would kind of had them thoughts too, you know, I want a certain thing to happen to my mom or whatnot, but I was a child. But of course, I never act out on it and try to harm my mom or whatnot. But of course, when you children, your parents made you mad, you as a child, you had bad things come in your head that you would think about. Okay? But now, in the era that we in now, it seems like now these children is thinking about it and acting on it. And we'll do it. Okay? And we'll do it. Now, I knew it was something up with this family. I knew it was something that got missed here. I just didn't know what it was. But now we just heard it. He had just started this treatment or care plan that the family supposed to be at school with him for, I guess, the week or weeks or however the case may have been. But this particular week, they chose not to be there, or whatever the case, the reason they wasn't there. Now, this happens. Ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all time and time again as I cover this story. Wherever you got going, please keep it going. Do not stop. Because the moment that you stop, that's when shit happens. And here we are again. Something happened the moment that his folks stopped going to their school with him. Look what happens. And he's dealing with acute behavior problems. Wish it even along to even more that, hey, you know, we need to do this treatment plan for however long the doctor, whoever prescribed this plan, and to go along with it. Okay? But this week, y'all chose not to do it. And it would make one almost feel like that, hey, damn. It was this set up, you know, because y'all claimed the gun was secured. You came out and spoke and said the gun was secured. Well, here's the question. If the gun was secured, then how did he get it? All right? Or when you say secured, check me out when I say this. Or when you say secured, are you meaning that, yeah, we had it in the box, but the box wasn't locked, though? Now, if that's the case, I don't know if you could really call that secured. Yes, you may have to put up, but it wasn't locked up. So, again, I don't know if you call it secured or not, or maybe you can call it partially secured. Okay? But somehow, some way, this young man got a hold of that gun. And he did the unthinkable. In which people are looking at y'all now as y'all was being negligent. Considering now we learning more that this boy does have behavior problems. So it's been told. Okay? Now, here's another thing I want to address. I'm seeing people putting up this picture that the boy probably he's a black boy or whatnot. And I remember somebody sent me that picture, whatnot. Look, I'm not finna put out no picture of that. I mean, unless you got concrete evidence that is him. But even that, though, I mean, y'all know how YouTube is. You know, you got to be careful when you're using children pics. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to blur them out, then I guess that's fine. At least I was told in the email that I got when I got my strike not too long ago. If you could blur their face, I think that would be fine. You know, but to put their face on here by themselves or something like that is a strong possibility you can get flagged for. But however, though, my thing is this, and I'm saying, how do we know that's him if the police is not releasing any pictures of him? Who is giving y'all these pictures to say that that's the little boy? And the picture that I'm speaking of is supposed to be a little black boy. He's on a scooter or something, you know, and that same picture was sent to me. But again, I didn't show anybody. The last live I talked about this, I didn't show y'all because I don't know if that's him or not. I don't know. But it still makes me question if they not saying his name or showing his face, how y'all getting this picture? How's everybody getting this picture? You know? But I'm just going to say that is the picture of him. Let's just play Deborah Abigail and say that is a picture of him. That makes it even more sad because little as he is and young as he is, what is going on to the point that he having these thoughts and acting out that he want to hurt people? Then you have to ask the question is, you know what I'm saying, these behavior issues that he having, are they coming from something that's going on at home? Not saying that it is, but you have to ask that question. Is something going on at home that's causing some of these problems? Because again, guys, you just never know. You just never know what's going on. People come out here in public, try to put on this smiley face or whatnot, like they just the nicest people in the world. But behind them closed doors, you just don't know what people going through. Whether you're an adult or a child or a teenager. Y'all just don't know what people be going through. A lot of people go through hell behind them closed doors. And stuff like that can have an effect on a young child and a young teenager and even an adult that makes them do stuff. Because they get to the point to where they are tired. They get to the point that when they are asking for help and they're not getting help, they feel like their car's going on deaf ears, and a lot of them just take matters into their own hands. All right? And I'm not saying that's what's going on with this 6-year-old, but who knows what's going on. Something triggered him to do this. All right? Now, some people probably going to say it's a teacher. Who knows? Because I even said that too. I said, you know, hey, could it be a possibility that the teacher must have saying some things and he didn't like it, you know, and he wanted to get revenge? I don't know. I mean, because if he did it with behavior problems, y'all know a lot of stuff can trigger this shit. The littlest thing can trigger a behavior. Trust me, I've been doing this stuff for 15 years. You'll be amazed the little things that can trigger people who are having behavior issues. Even for adults, you'll be amazed the littlest thing can trigger them. And it's a sight to see. it's a sight to see. Okay? But with that being said, look, let me play this other video and this is wild, man. This wild. He wanna burn it. He wanna burn and see her die. Man.
Now to the latest in that alarming story of the 6-year-old Virginia boy who shot his teacher. His family is breaking their silence, speaking for the first time since the shooting. Janae Norman has the details. Good morning, Janae.
Michael, good morning. This story had so many people talking. The family now saying their heart goes out to their son's teacher and that she selflessly served her students and thanking her for her courage, grace, and sacrifice. They say their family has been committed to responsible gun ownership and keeping firearms out of the reach of children. So there are so many questions that remain over how that gun got into the hands of a child.
This morning, regret for the family of the first grader accused of shooting his teacher.
Female victim, she's been shot in the abdomen as well as a through and through into the hand.
The nation stunned earlier this month when Newport News, Virginia police responded to Rich Neck Elementary School for a 6-year-old who'd opened fire. The family now revealing in a statement to ABC News, our son suffers from an acute disability and was under a care plan at the school that included his mother or father attending school with him and accompanying him to class every day.
Every day.
The week of the shooting was the first week when we were not in class with him. We will regret our absence on this day for the rest of our lives. Police say the first grader took it.
So like I said, every day, they supposed to be on here every day. The moment that they did not come, something happened. So guys, please, if you got something going, keep it going. Don't let up. Keep it going. All right?
His mother's legally purchased 9mm handgun from home and fired 1 round at 25-year-old Abigail Zwerner as she taught the elementary students.
It felt like something out of a really bad nightmare.
Desiree Yvette's daughter was one of the more than a dozen children in that classroom.
She's scared because Ms. Warner is her favorite girl. She would always say it, and for her to get shot, my daughter doesn't know anymore, like, who's safe, and she's scared that the people she loves will get hurt.
The family telling ABC News they have been cooperating with local and federal law enforcement, adding that the firearm our son accessed was secured. Police still investigating how the 6-year-old got a hold of the gun, and questions mounting after school leaders told parents they got a tip that the student had a weapon, even searched his backpack, but didn't find the firearm before Zwerner was shot.
Searched his backpack but did not find a firearm. Okay, either that actually happened or nobody checked his book bag. They just saying that they did. Because if he had a gun up in there, how the hell would you miss that? You know, or unless he got multiple pockets in the book bag, but you would assume that you would check all the pockets, you know, because I don't think a gun is that hard to hide in the book bag. I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. So either that did happen for real, or nobody checked his backpack for real, or they probably partially checked it, all right, because they didn't really feel like doing it. Because y'all know how some of these people is. Some of the days they don't feel like dealing with stuff. They half-ass do stuff, and it could be one of the days that whoever checked the book bag half-ass did it and let this boy slide.
Terrified parents and faculty members voiced frustrations at a recent school board meeting.
I send my kids to school and find myself praying to God that they will return home safely.
Our students do not wonder if there will be another school shooting. They wonder when and where the next shooting will be.
And we've heard the teachers back home recovering. But guys, it is the issue of the school being tipped off about that student possibly having a weapon, even searching his backpack and not finding it. That really has parents there so upset, even calling for the superintendent to resign, guys.
All right, Janae Norman for us. So many questions still in that case.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos.
They calling for the superintendent to resign. You know, wow. I mean, I really don't know what to say about that. You know, I guess in a situation like this, I can understand because it's, again, you know, it sounded like it was half-assed done. You know, nobody was, I don't know, man. I don't think nobody really checked their boy backpack like they claimed that they did. Or if they did, again, like I said earlier, they half-assed did it, and their boy got by them with a gun in his book bag, you know. But, wow. Wow. But I'm telling y'all, man, you know, these parents, the ones that got common sense, these parents ain't playing with y'all about their children, man. They bring their children to places like that to learn and get educated and to be a safe haven until they get off work and do whatever they got to do, and for them to come home safely or whatnot. But how can they trust their child to be safe when the school is half-assed doing their job? It appears. So, not only the parents going to get in trouble for this, probably a lot of people at that school going to get in, who all had a hand in it. They posted they did the security, safety check and all that. All of them for to get in trouble too, more likely, you know, because this story, wow, this story is nuts. But the $1 million question is, if that gun was secured, how did he get it? And how did he know where it was? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, tell me what y'all think about this. You know, wow, it's just sad all over, you know, but I'm happy that the teacher's recovering. And we just have to see where the cards fall on this one, because they saying he's really too young for them to pretty much do anything with him. But however, I read in the article before I did this video that it's a possibility he can get charged. It's a possibility, but and I also read somewhere in the article that it's highly unlikely that the prosecutor probably will go for to get him locked up or whatnot. You know, and I may not be saying that verbatim, but it still says it's probably unlikely they won't go that far with it or whatnot. But we'll just see. We'll just see. I'm your man, Chris Thorns. Thank y'all for listening. And as always, give me your feedback. Peace.